it's your boy, You the Savage, back again. Survivor Series 2020 prediction show. I said that, but it's in the title of the video. But we're gonna get straight into this. It's coming straight from the Amway Center, the Thunderdome. You know, like that. And I can't keep it short and sweet. You know what I mean? Some of them we're gonna have to go into a little bit more detail over, because some of the stuff it might be the prediction, but what I kind of want to happen. We're gonna start at the top. WWE Champion Roman Reigns. Well, WWE SmackDown Champion Roman Reigns versus WWE Raw Champion Drew McIntyre. That you've seen on Raw, was a little bit disappointed that Randy lost the title. It wasn't really about Drew, it was just the fact that Randy lost his title so quick. Now it just feels forced that they gave him the title just so he can, you know, get higher up on the record. Well, that's over now. We've seen on SmackDown that Reigns and Drew, they had their little contract signing. No blows were traded or anything like that. Roman kind of tried to put him in his place. Not else much to say on this match. I'm expecting Drew's not going to get walked over. That's not going to happen. He's too strong for that. I am expecting a Roman Reigns win. I'm not expecting it clean, only because the way Roman is right now, I don't know if it'll make McIntyre look weak if he just gets battered. So I'm expecting maybe a Jey Uso interference, but I'm actually, for some reason, I'm thinking maybe a Randy Orton interference. I can see Randy coming down to the ring, distracting, I don't know, I can see him distracting McIntyre, Roman taking him out with a spear, 1, 2, 3, and then Roman taking out Randy as well because he's the tribal chief and he doesn't need help. So I can see all those things happening, but I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. That's my guy. I'm never going against Roman, to be honest. Let's go. Next match up, Raw Women's Championship. Raw Women's Champion, Asuka versus SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. I'm really, like, on the card, I'm more excited about this match than the Roman and Drew McIntyre match. It sounds crazy, but the styles in the ring, the fact that Sasha's got way better over time. I really should be going with an Asuka win on this one. Something is telling me that Sasha's going to pick up a massive victory against Asuka, so I'm going to go with Sasha on this one. Everyone might disagree. I believe that Asuka's, at the moment, she's the best women's wrestler around. Everyone knows Charlotte's my girl, but she ain't there, so I'm going to go Asuka loses to Sasha Banks. After that, we've got the United States Champion, Raw Champion. Let's keep calling it Raw Champion. United States Champion, Bobby Lashley versus Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Bit of a relive of their feud from 2 years ago now. Yeah, that was terrible. That was when Bobby Lashley wasn't doing too well in WWE. The story was stupid. He gave Sami Zayn vertigo from a suplex. He had all these things with his sisters and that. I love Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn's he's really underrated in the WWE. This is a bit of a hard one, because I'm likely to go with Bobby Lashley because of the Hurt Business, but I think it'll be another one where he makes his entrance to the Hurt Business and tells him to go away. So I'm going to go with, I've gone with Raw a couple of times already. Sami Zayn's a bit sneaky, so I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. I think he's going to get him in the full Lashley and just defeat him. I can't see any other way, to be honest. He's so strong. Unless Sami Zayn does something dodgy, then yeah, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. This is an interesting one. They just had a four-man tag. They were on the same team. Raw Tag Team Champions, The New Day versus SmackDown Champions, Street Profits. This one doesn't mean as much. They're kind of like on the same page. They don't hate each other. They don't have no ill will to each other. I think in the match, Kofi, he hit Montez Ford with one of the moves on accident. Didn't really amount to anything. When the match finished, they weren't arguing or anything like that. If we're going to go in terms of who needs the victory more, kind of no one, but New Day are so cemented as WWE Tag Team Champions. They're going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. Street Profits connected with the fans on NXT, connected with the fans when they came over to the main roster, but correct me if I'm wrong, every now and again, especially over the last few months, if I said to you who were when it was they had the Raw Tag Team titles at the time, but when I said who were the Tag Team Champions, I bet every one of you had to think for a while. And then you was like, oh yeah, the Street Profits. Because it wasn't that prominent in your mind, whereas when the New Day have the belt, I just know that New Day's got the title. So I think that Street Profits need it more. I'm going to go with Street Profits. if you ask me who I want to win, it would be the New Day. I would like to see Xavier pick up the victory. He's been out with injury so long. I think it would be massive for him, but no one really loses in this match in terms of where their career goes. But Street Profits win that match. On to the Survivor Series 5-man tag team match. Obviously, this is what Survivor Series is all about. It's been around forever. AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, Riddle and Sheamus on the Raw team. I think AJ's their captain. And then on the SmackDown team, I think Jey Uso is the captain. We've got Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Seth Rollins and Otis. Bit of a mismatch in terms of big guys versus a smaller team on SmackDown. Kind of surprised that Daniel Bryan didn't get into that match, but obviously he's not in it. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins on the same team. They're going to do that thing where they're just going to act like we forgot about that Kevin Owens and Seth are supposed to hate each other. So it's telling me straight away that Team AJ is going to win, which is Team Raw. It's a bit of a hard one. I can see Team SmackDown losing. I don't know. It's a bit of a hard one, but I'm going to go with Team Raw. I keep going to say Team Stars, but I'm going to go with Team Raw. I think their team is very, very strong. Like, it's very strong. That's not like... These are big, agile guys. These are not big, slow people. AJ Styles, to me, one of the best wrestlers to ever do it. One of the best wrestlers in the world. Braun Strowman, huge, agile. Keith Lee. We've never seen a big man move like Keith Lee before. Riddle, incredible. And Sheamus, you know what Sheamus does, fella. So I'm going to go with Team Raw. Don't know who's going to pick up the final victory. It's not really important. Women's Survivor Series, same match, but the women's one. This is a weird one because I can't see Raw winning both, the women's and the men's one. But when I look at the lineup on this, the women's match as well, I can say I'm kind of siding with Team Raw here. Lacey Evans, Lana, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce, Shayna Baszler on Team Raw versus Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Natalya and Bayley. The only thing I was giving it away is that there's been so much, they've been very disjointed Team Raw over the last few weeks on Raw. Obviously Nia Jax and she just keeps putting Lana through the table. Now they're going to be on the same team. If I didn't think that the men's Raw match, the men's five-man tag team match was going to go to Team Raw, I'd go with Team Raw on this one as well. The way I would book this match is for Lana to pick up the final pin and win the match. So I would have maybe 3 people left against Lana, and she wins, beats all of them, and she gets a massive push because she's just been put for a table like 9 weeks in a row. It's kind of ridiculous. But Rusev, you're to blame for that. You ran your mouth on AEW, and Vince was like, "Well, I'll put your wife for a table, goddammit," and that's what's happened. So very hard one. I think with Team SmackDown, they've got more people who need the victory, if that makes any sense. So Bianca Belair, she needs to push now. I'm all for not rushing people, but she's so good that it doesn't make sense for her not to be in title pictures and stuff like that. So, listen, I'm confused on this one. If Team Raw win, I'm going to go with Lana picking up the victory and like holding on against 2 or 3 people. I'm going to go with Team SmackDown for the win though, and I'm going to go Bianca Belair or Liv Morgan, or both of them left, maybe against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and they win. But let's be honest, realistically, Team Raw with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler and they're strong. So Team SmackDown for the win, begrudgingly. I think I don't know if this is I've not seen the proper card, but dual brand battle royal, which would make sense because that would be something to put on the kickoff show properly. Hopefully, if they do that, they've got NXT in there as well. If they do the battle royal, I don't know if it's going to be Team Team Raw, Team SmackDown, all that business. But if it is, I can probably see someone from like Retribution winning the match, just because the whole build-up for Retribution coming to team and stuff leading up to Survivor Series, and then you have a Survivor Series match, and the fact that they're not in it kind of makes no sense. What they should have done is, before they give Retribution a contract, they should have given them a contract after Survivor Series. So it should have been Team SmackDown versus Team Raw versus Retribution, and maybe versus NXT. I get it, it's pandemic, so, you know, leave NXT out. But yeah, Retribution versus Raw versus SmackDown, and then Retribution win, then they get their contract. And it would have pushed them and elevated them, but I can't see anything happening with Retribution at all, to be honest. I think it's going to go exactly how we thought it was going to go. It's going to end worse than Nexus. No one cares about them. It's not anything against the people. I mean, I think everyone in in Retribution are great. Yeah, I mean, they tried to do a thing with Mustafa Ali and he deserves that. But yeah, the plate face geezer and Miriam changing the name and to Reckoning, like, it's a bit like, you know what I mean? All those individuals on their own, apart from, I think it's Shane Thorne or someone, I think it's him anyway, seems like it is. But all them people individually on their own were doing great anyway. Dijakovic, amazing. He should have come to the main roster on his own. So, I don't know, if that is a match, then that's what I'm expecting. And then this one is not a match, but I have to cover it because it's so important. It's been a big part of my life. It's the Undertaker farewell. That's how we're putting it down. You probably see from the thumbnail by the time I put this out that reports are saying that it's probably going to be, you know, Undertaker's old friends and people from the Bone Street crew and all this, like, yeah, they're probably going to come and say their farewells. Kurt Angle, maybe Shawn Michaels, Savio Vega, maybe, hopefully Rikishi's there. He is part of the same crew. Kane, obviously, kind of Undertaker farewell without Kane, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm not expecting a fight at all with Undertaker's farewell. I'm expecting him to make his grand entrance, take about 10 minutes. Everyone will come out, say how much Undertaker means to them. I'm going to put it how I would want it to end, and I'm going to give it 2 scenarios. Because no one's mentioned The Fiend, he's not in any matches. If they do it where all the WWE superstars come out to the ring, or to the ramp, to say their farewell, I would love it if Bray and Alexa come out together as part of the WWE backstage. Undertaker's talking, lights go off. When the lights come back on, The Fiend in the ring with Taker, Bray Wyatt's gone. And they're just a stare down. Doesn't need to be a fight. It just needs to be a passing of the torch. This was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 31. Leading up to that, you know, the new face of fear didn't work out because it kind of got buried at WrestleMania, but I feel like a face-off between The Fiend and Taker could be amazing.